Yes, so we conducted a survey for a number of 16 to 25-year-olds across the UK to try and demonstrate just how much support is still needed for mum and dad for the majority of young people who leave that security of a home life. And for the majority of young people that we work with who are amongst the most vulnerable in the UK, they don't have that reliability on parents to be able to fall back on.
So what's going on? Why are more and more young people having to depend so much on their parents, even though they might even leave home?
Well, we know that the average age for young people to leave home today is mid-20s, so and we also know that lots of young people will leave home and they'll go off to further education, come back home,
yeah.
Be able to rely on mum and dad while they get themselves into full-time work, and sometimes they even go off again and come back home when things don't work, if relationships break down, etc. For the young people that we're working with who are as young as 16, they're independent in the sense that they're living alone and they don't have that network around them to be able to rely on mum and dad to buy groceries if they haven't got any money, or to be able to guide them with their budgeting, etc. So this is where our challenge is, and this is what we're supporting.
I was going to say, how do you help young people? What happens to young people when they don't have that network of support?
So, of course, we need to identify a safe home and a safe place for them to live in the first place. And our flagship event, Bite Night, is all about that. It's trying to make sure that these young people are in a safe environment, first and foremost. They're not sleeping rough, and they're not having to sofa surf, which is the case for 80,000 young people in the UK at the moment. So what we do is we have those services that not only provide that shelter and that safe accommodation, but there's some guidance and mentoring and some just adult support, I guess, that ear to listen to them and to see what they need from us, and provide practical, emotional and sometimes financial support for them.
And it was that guidance and support, that's what you pinpointed in this survey, that many keep going back to parents for support if it's going to be financial, not just even giving money, but also advising them how to spend that money and how to manage their money.
Yes, we've launched a report recently trying to identify that for young people without that guidance from parents or some adults that they're growing up with that are teaching them how to manage their money, it's very easy to not be able to identify how to prioritise your spending, and when you have no one around you to teach you that actually you need to pay for your utility bills, your rent, your food, before you can even think about travelling to a workplace, etc. How do you even start to begin at 16 years, 17 years old?
Gosh, it can be a real wake-up call. OK, well, Laurena, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Thank you.